Hi there, welcome to www.highschoolmaths.co.uk. Today we're going to be looking at quartiles and box plots. So a box plot is another statistical diagram that's used in maths. It's a really nice visual diagram, and you might see it sometimes called a whisker diagram as well if you're looking at other places online or other textbooks. That's an alternative name for it. So we've got a little bit of information here that is telling us about the ages of people in a college class. So this is what we're going to be working with today. And we're going to use this information to draw our box plot. Okay, for a box plot, we need 5 points of information, which is called a 5-figure summary. Okay, so we've got a 5-figure summary which consists of these 5 points of information, starting from the lowest value, what's called Q1, Q2, and Q3, up to our highest value. Now, these are all quite simple to calculate. All right, so Q2 is our median. Okay, so Q2 is our median, which we already know from our basic stats on mean, median, mode. So we'll start off the numbers in order. They might not always be, so you may have to put them in order, but we've got them in order here just to make it a little bit easier. The lowest number is 18. The highest number is 27 at the end of the list. So that's already 2 out of your 5 bits of information completed. So that's a good start. The next part is a Q1, Q2, and Q3. Now, when we did median, when we looked at the median calculation, what you were doing is splitting the numbers, the list of numbers in half. Okay, so here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 numbers. Okay, so we get 9 numbers altogether. If we split that into 2 groups, we've got 4 in one group, 4 in the other, and 1 left in the middle. So that's what we'll split first. So 4 in the lower half, 4 in the upper half, and then the 1 that's left over in the middle. That 1 in the middle is our Q2. Okay, so that's our Q2, that's our median. So that's 25. Again, nothing new there. You've already covered mean, median, and mode. So that's just the exact same process you would normally go through to calculate the median. However, what we're going to do is we're going to split the list again. So we're going to split the lower half, the lower section of 4 numbers here. We're going to split that in half. Okay, so we have 4 numbers there. If we split it in half, that's 2 and 2. So we're going to put a line here. And likewise for the upper half, we're going to put a line here. This is our Q1, and this is our Q3, which is called the lower quartile for Q1 and upper quartile for Q3. Okay, now Q1 falls between 20 and 21. Okay, so what's between 20 and 21? 20. Oh, I'm just giving you the answer. What's between 20 and 22? 21. Okay, so Q1 is 21. Up at Q3, between 26 and 26. So that would be 26. That's just got our 5 pieces of information. Okay, so that's where the 5 pieces of information come from and your list of numbers. And again, remember, it's really important that they're in order from lowest to highest. We then use them to calculate a couple of things. We can use it to draw our box plot, and we can use it to calculate what's called a semi-interquartile range or an interquartile range. So we'll go through both of them. Probably the semi-interquartile range is the one that's more common, but it doesn't hurt to know both, and they're really, really similar. So the interquartile range is just Q3 minus Q1. It's the difference between the quartiles, between the highest quartile and the lowest quartile. So it's 26 take away 21, which is 5. Okay, more commonly what you're asked to measure is the semi-interquartile range. Now I was going to abbreviate that to the way it's typically abbreviated, and that's the same thing as the interquartile range, but because it's a semi-interquartile range, it's divided by 2. So it's just Q3 take away Q1, but all over 2. So you get 5 over 2, which is 2.5. Now you won't be asked to calculate both of them in one question, it'll be one or the other. And so that's the working for both, and that's how it should look. Fairly straightforward formula to remember. The words kind of give it away. Interquartile means between the quartiles, and the range is highest take away lowest. So it's the highest quartile, highest of your quartiles take away the lowest of your quartiles. And for semi-interquartile range, you're dividing that by 2 because semi is half. So how does that transfer into a box plot? Well, we've got these 5 points of information. The lowest the highest, and the quartiles. So what we've got is a scale here, and we've just got to label that so that it kind of encapsulates all our information. So we're going from 18 at the lowest to 27 at the highest. We might be going up in 2s, 4s, 5s, 10s. Depends on what room we've got and what numbers we've got in our data. So here we should be able to fit in everything just by jumping up in ones. It should be nice and simple. So we'll go 17, 18. I'm starting one below, so I've got a little bit of space in my diagram. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and so on. Okay, so I've got plenty of space there to kind of give myself a bit of breathing room. Now, the lowest number was the 18. Okay, so that goes here. Now what I'm gonna do is just sketch it first, and then I'll neaten it up with straight lines afterwards. So this is our lowest quartile. Our Q1, so our highest quartile is 27. So I'll put that in next. So that's the lowest and the highest dealt with. Okay, roughly like that. Q1 was 21, so that goes here. Now for our quartiles, they actually get a slightly bigger line. Okay, we'll see how that works in the diagram later. So Q2 is 25, and Q3 is 26. Okay, so filling in all our information. Now what I'm going to do is neaten it up a little. So let's take a straight line. There we go. Right, so that wasn't too bad actually. Okay, so we've got this box plot, and that's the idea is that there's a box in the middle, which kind of contains, I would say, the majority of your data, 50% of your data, half your values, because you're splitting the original list numbers into quarters. So here, from here to here, that's 25% of your values. That's messy. Here to here, contains 25%, 25% of your numbers, and 25% of your numbers. Okay, so that's all your numbers are split into 4 groups here. Okay, so you can see that the bottom half is more spread out than the top half by looking at this box plot. And you can use this information as a kind of comparative box for comparative box plots as well. So if we were to draw another box plot either above or below this box plot, then we could look at and see how spread out the values were. The bigger the box plot, the more spread out the values are. And so the bigger the box in the middle, the more spread out the values are going to be. And the whiskers only really tell you about the highest and lowest. Okay, so if our lowest here was, if we had added an extra number, lowest was, and it was 1, that would take this lowest value way down. So the whiskers are not the kind of end parts aren't really the most accurate way of measuring how spread out the values are. The box in the middle, you're looking for that to be as small as possible. The smaller the box, the smaller the range of values you've got. Okay, and again, that'll tie in with your interquartile or semi-interquartile range, which is measured from the quartile measurements. Okay, so it's a really, really nice visual way of looking at your spread of data, but also seeing where your median, which is one of your averages, lies. So you can see here that the median is 25, and I would say that's a fairly spread out scale here. It's quite a big box in the middle. So, but then the numbers are only ranging between 18 and 27. So it would be dependent on other information taken from other box plots, how you would compare that. But it's a really good visual diagram to show what's happening and what's the key information you can take from this data here. Okay, so hopefully you found that useful. I'd say the key things really to take away from this would be the 5-figure summary, how you calculate your quartiles and your interquartile range. It's nice to know the box plots as well, and nice to know what they look like. They're a fairly common statistical diagram, so hopefully that's something you can use later on. And if you would like to check out any other videos on any other statistics or any other maths topics, please visit www.highschoolmaths.co.uk. If you liked the video, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe. And please remember and share the video. Thanks for watching and have a math magical day.